Hello there! This is an astrological forecast for Leo for November 2010. And this also applies if you have a Leo ascendant. So my Leos, this month there's going to be a lot of focus on your home and your family, on your creativity, on learning, and of course on your relationships and finance, because we're all being affected by this Venus retrograde. So let's start out with this learning that I'm seeing for you. I think it's time, Leos, for you to extend your skills, to extend what it is you're doing. Maybe you've been putting off going back to school, maybe you've been putting off learning something new or training in something new. Now would be a great time. We do have Saturn in that house, so it's a good time to undertake a long course of study if necessary. It's really a good time to start that with Venus there in this third house for some of this month. You may well find that the money's there. You may need to search for it. It may not be like just a sudden easy thing, but the money will be there for you, but you may need to just go a little bit deeper than you have done before to try to find the help that you need. So if you're really passionate about going back to school and doing something, or extending your skills, or taking an apprenticeship, or even just a little night class, a course, something locally in the community, now would be a time to do it. Really good time to do that. I've got a great deal of focus for you, Leos, this month on your home. So you're going to be putting energy into your family, your home. Could be somebody from your past coming back into your life. You're going to be communicating a lot in the home. It's also got Venus there, so nice to do something nice for your home. Maybe just buy something small, or paint a wall, or move the furniture around, or whatever it is, just to make your home area feel more soothing and more settled. But there's certainly going to be a lot of activity. You may be entertaining at home, maybe a time to actually invite people over, or you may be invited to other people's homes. But one way or the other, there are going to be some issues with the family that may be needing dealing with, but also if you've been putting off communicating with having Mercury in that house, this would be a good time to communicate, to have that heart-to-heart that you might have been putting off, especially with Venus in that house as well. This would be a good time to do that. Now remember, Venus is still retrograde until the 18th of the month. So anything connected with your relationships, and that would be family relationships as well, really any big decisions, don't actually take action on them until Venus goes direct after the 18th of the month. And that's the same with your finances. Now, from the beginning to the 18th of the month will be a good time to reflect on your finances and to iron out anything that needs ironing out. After the 18th, things are much clearer for you to go forward more confidently and more clearly. And of course, Leos, you need to feel confident. You need to feel good about what it is that you're doing. We've got a lot of planets as well in the 5th house for you this month, with Mars in that 5th house. So this is a great time for doing something entrepreneurially. If you've been sort of working for someone else for a long time, you're not really happy with it, maybe part-time, starting your own business. And you may want to start that business from home with all these planets in this house of home. You may well want to start an online business, or something where you're not having to put out so much, but you can have it come to you by being creative, because you're extremely creative, Leos. Use that creative talent and flair that you have this month, because it's going to push you forwards, especially if you're doing something entrepreneurially. Try not to take too many risks. We do have Mars in Sagittarius towards the end of the month, so try not to be too rash about any financial risk that you might take by going into business. But this is really a good time. Any hobby, anything you enjoy doing, anything creative. Also a time this month to have some play time. You've been ever so hard at work, head down, working hard. Bit of playtime, bit of enjoyment, and also a bit of doing the things that you enjoy. Never mind what everybody else enjoys all the time. Something that you really enjoy. That's something I would really make time for this month, because the planets are with you to really do it. Also a good time for a romance, a love affair, something where you feel flattered, you feel boosted, you feel excited. This would be also coming in for you. And also for those of you who have children, this should be a good time with your children and giving them nice hobbies and interests and sports and things that they might want to be doing. I know many of you are having a heavy time in work, heavy, difficult, controlling issues in work. You may have to totally reinvent what you do with your career and your work over the next few years. But that's more of a longer transit. But that is, again, that is sort of the backdrop of what is going on with you. And as well, some of you may be facing health issues that need to be dealt with. You may need to take control of your physical health and look after yourself a little bit more than you have been doing. For those of you that think you've been looking after yourself well, maybe you need to research it a little bit more. We've got Mercury in Scorpio for much of this month, so you might need to research what you thought was looking after your health may in fact not be quite as accurate as you need it to be for you personally. Maybe it was too generalized. Neptune as well in this 7th house. For you, many of you, your relationships somehow, they're either dissolving, they're not quite working out as you anticipated, there's some disappointments there. That may well be going on a little bit as well this month. Try to have faith, but definitely don't end up giving too much in your relationships. Tendency with this Neptune transit of the 7th house for you to be doing that. So there you have it, Leos. Don't do anything regarding love and finance until after the 18th, at least not make the actual actions the results of any decisions you've made. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you so many of you who write in, who ask for my $25 one question that I answer in an email of up to 150 words. You can ask about anything that's important that's going on in your life right now. Try and make that question as specific as possible, and then I will be very specific in my answer. Or you might want a personal reading, 10 minutes, half an hour, financial relationship, whatever's important to you. If you need some direction, I'd be delighted to hear from you. Thank you very much for listening, and I wish you a great month. Bye for now.